I turned 30 in 90 days, and my 20s have been a roller coaster. I just think I'm ready to get my 30s into a really positive, good start. And I think by doing that is just seeing all of the bad habits that you have and restructuring them. And I'm ready to make my habits more aligned with where I want to be. Hi, my name is Brayden. Welcome to my channel. I don't really see very many people talking about the process and just like coming to the realization that maybe your habits aren't the best and aren't fulfilling in your life, and maybe what you're doing is not working. So I want to take you through the actual process, and maybe if you're feeling the same way, it kind of will give you somebody to encourage you, as well as someone who's like going through it. I don't know, sometimes I think it's just easier to go through it with somebody. This video is going to be the planning stages, and then I'm just going to take you along week by week how this is going up until I turn 30 in 3 months. I went to Europe about a week ago. I just got back, and there was something that I was feeling in my soul that I couldn't quite put my finger to, and I just realized I want to do less of what I was doing before. I was starting to feel disconnected, emotional, just like I was a failure, just all this like instability, really negative self-talk. Going away and coming back kind of helped me reevaluate like what I needed to change. Obviously, while I was over there, I wasn't spending much time on my phone, and I think that social media and my phone, especially as somebody who is a content creator and aspiring to make this a career, it's really, really easy to get sucked into mindless scrolling and doing things that don't bring your life joy and happiness. The more content you consume, the easier it is to compare yourself, and that's exactly what I was doing. If you're a mom feeling burnt out, like you've lost bits of yourself in the chaos of motherhood, I really hope that this video kind of helps you, because I am you. Let's face the habits that I feel like are holding me back. Number 1, overuse of social media. Number 2 is poor eating habits. I don't love how I'm eating. There's a spiritual disconnect, as when I'm in the Word of God, I just feel so much more fulfilled and aligned. But I would be lying if I said that it wasn't something that I struggle with to do consistently every single day. Financial anxiety. I have a lot of financial anxiety, and I really want to switch my habits around our finances. And then there's just some internal tension, like wanting to live a slow life, but being super busy all the time. I don't always feel good about how I look, and it's not so much just, my weight, but more or less just like waking up and like not getting ready for the day and just feeling very slum-like. So let's talk about the 90-day plan to rebuild with intention. Here's what I'm going to break it down into. I'm going to be breaking it down into spiritual health, mental health, physical health, family life, financial health, and I want to focus on my environment. Okay, let's talk about spiritual health. My goal is to incorporate more daily time with the Lord. And what that would look like for me is just doing it instead of having to only have this time in the morning that's uninterrupted. Like, do I get a lot out of those uninterrupted times? Absolutely. But there's times where my mornings don't look uninterrupted. I have 5 kids, and I want to just be able to sit with the Word of God and sit with Him when things aren't perfect, when things are chaotic, when I shouldn't have enough time, but I just want to make that like a priority, because without God, what's the purpose? Let's talk about mental and emotional health. Boundaries with social media. Less consuming, more creating. That is like one thing that I think would change my life so much if I spent less time consuming other people's contents and more time creating my own. I always laugh when I talk about this kind of stuff, because I'm literally sitting here on social media, on the internet, creating videos and like saying, I need to consume less. So if you need to, turn off this video and go consume less. But if this is helpful to you, obviously keep watching. I would love to help. Journaling and reflection. I need to reflect. I need to remember how far I've came, because there's some times where I'm sitting here just like thinking about how much more I want to do and how much more I need to do. And I forget to reflect on how far I've came. And I think that journaling and just kind of saying like where I'm at and then reading that in the future is going to be so, so beneficial. So I'm hoping to start kind of like a more journaling practice. See a therapist bi-weekly. I'm going to continue that because it's really, really important. And I think this summer I actually am going to step into maybe some more EMDR therapy, or something that's more than just talk therapy. I pretty much have struggled with anxiety my whole life, and then getting like a PTSD diagnosis really kind of put it into perspective, like how important these lifestyle changes can be for me. And something that I really, really, really attribute to helping me with my anxiety is this. So it's called Calm from Make Wellness. And this isn't sponsored, but I am going to drop my affiliate link below. This has ashwagandha, GABA, L-theanine, and lemon balm, which are all really, really good if you struggle with insomnia, if you struggle with anxiety. This has been like a really good holistic option for me. So what you do is you like rip off the top and you literally just throw it back, and it tastes like lemon, and it really, really, really does help me with anxiety. So that's Calm. I just wanted to pop that in there as like I'm working on better mental health. This is something that you could look into. Let's move on to physical. I want to eat better. I want to prioritize whole foods. I want to start creating from scratch again. I want to run a 5K, or attempt to run a 5K. You know, I just want to take care of my body better. I do have weight loss goals, but honestly, if I could just feel good, I don't even know that I would care if I was losing weight. I just want to feel good in my body. I want to just really focus on energy and not numbers. And I want to start dressing up too, as strange as that sounds. I just feel like I've lived in sweats and t-shirts and just basketball, athletic shorts. I don't want to do that anymore. I want to just kind of like get into like what my style is, as well as like an actual skincare routine. I currently don't have one. I wash my face when I shower, and that's it. Home family life. We need a better homeschool rhythm. It's summertime, so that's going to be hard, but it is something that I'm going to need to prioritize more. Slower mornings, more connection, more family time, all of the things. Better family habits, less screen time. We're going to start getting away with screen time. If you don't see this like overwhelming pattern, it's less screen time, less social media, more connection. That's the goal here. Relationships, more time with friends. I would like to maybe go out on a date every now and again with my husband. A lot of what I'm just feeling is lack of connection and lack of purpose, and not going where I want to go, and just being able to stay consistent. So let's talk about my environment. Decluttering. We're going to be doing a lot of decluttering. I have too much stuff. We have too much stuff. I think one of the next videos coming up is actually going to be a decluttering video. I've been seeing this decluttering challenge, and I want to try it and record it and film it so it can kind of like encourage y'all to do it too. I feel like when I watch those videos, it encourages me to do it, just seeing like somebody else do it. So that's the goal here. Encouragement, connection. I want to incorporate better like cleaning habits too, so it's not so overwhelming. I feel like I have a tendency to let my house get to a point where it's like I can't ignore it anymore. I have to clean it. But just like creating like more rhythms where I am keeping up on this thing every day, so it's not getting to like a point where it's overwhelming. Weekly resets to keep a house fresh and clean. I want to switch out my phone for an alarm clock, leaving my phone in the other room, and a book at my table. Sounds like a lot, but honestly, I don't think it is. I think these are things that we could all benefit from. How am I going to be walking these things out? Let's talk about that plan. I think the biggest thing is I've already been working at these habits in like living like a more holistic life since my son was born 8 years ago. And so if you're somebody here who's like, oh my gosh, I need to do like get rid of all of these toxic things, I need to get rid of all these, like make my environment better and just do this. Don't feel that way. Just start slow. This is something that I've been working at since, like I said, 8 years at this point. And just start slow. If it's overwhelming, if all this just feels overwhelming, start slow. Whatever that looks like for you, it's going to impact your life drastically. And that is the goal here. This isn't about becoming somebody else. This is about becoming who God created you and the plan that God has for you. Like I said, I turned 30 in 90 days, and I want to enter this next decade rooted and not rushed, tackling my mental health goals, tackling my physical goals. With that, I am going to leave you to it. Make sure you come back. I'm going to prioritize creating videos that just show this process and how far I've came. And then when I turn 30, I'll just like reflect on it and we'll just see how it goes from there. So with that, thank you for watching and bye.